The Blue Angel show in Pensacola Beach is a classic. I mean, everybody needs to experience that. You know, I've been experiencing it since 1986, and I never miss one. So when we moved here in '86, that was kind of this. It is an epic experience just to see the blues so low and right in front of you. And since I'm involved in the hotel business out there, the Santa Rosa Island Authority that sponsors the event contacted me and said, "Julian, you've got the only airplane that's in the museum. Would you consider flying it for the show?" And I went, "That's a great idea." And so for the first few years, I flew it, you know, just myself and some family members and friends. And then I got the idea that this would be a great auction item to raise money for charity. And since then, I don't know how much money I've raised, but generally I end up raising $5,000 to $7,000, for charity that weekend by auctioning off rides in the airplane. And so that was kind of how it started. Monty Blues called me and asked me if I'd like to do it. And I thought it'd be a great idea, lots of fun. And then eventually it's morphed into this money-raising opportunity. But the whole thing there is really kind of benign. I mean, it's, when you see what everybody else is doing, starting with the Blue Angels, what they're doing, and then you look at all the other aerobatic airplanes. What I do is really not very, it's not very spectacular. So I try to come up with something that I could do that would be interesting. So the routine I've practiced every year for the last 10, 15 years is I go out 3 miles due south of the pier, and I orbit around at 1,000 feet, and then wait for the window that I've got in the air show. And I fly in at 1,000 feet, and about, I don't know, not very far from the pier, I pull the power, put the flaps in it, and I just dive. I dive at about a 30, 45 degree angle. It's in the airplane, it's spectacular because, you're really, you're looking down at the pier, and then the idea is to break off to the east at, 50 feet or 20 feet or whatever, and then do a circle, and then come back at the pier at 20 feet, and then create the illusion that you're coming close to the pier as you go over it. Because when you look at it from either the front or the back, you can't really tell that distance. You don't have the depth perception if you're on the beach. So that's what I thought might be fun. And then for the people in the airplane, I'm talking to them through the intercom and telling them, I'm not taking a risk here. This is really quite, safe, and it's not. In the airplane, it doesn't look that, that scary, really. Maybe I've gotten used to it, but but anyway, I'm talking everybody through and in the airplane. Then we just go over the pier, 20, 30 feet, and then down the other side. And I try to pull some negative G's just because inside the airplane to float is something a lot of people haven't experienced before. And there's lots of yelling and screaming, and I tell everybody, please yell, scream, have a great time. And so we do that once, do a circle on the west side of the pier, 20, 30 feet, and come back over the pier, do another, up and over, and then come back around in front of the Hilton, and then do a 360 in front of the Hilton, and then exit to the east. And it all takes about 5 minutes, and it opens up the show every year. And it's been a great kind of tradition, I think, certainly for me, and I hear a lot of people talk about it, so I think everybody still enjoys it. I'm just trying to make it interesting by doing the pier thing.